Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
All right.
I'm super happy that you guys. I was just wondering, we need to wrap up this whole season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast. We're on episode 4,000 and something. At some point, we're going to pivot over and just do episodes.
Let's just drop the season.
Yeah, we'll just drop. Well, eventually, we'll just drop.
Put
the
a number
season,
on it.
Like season 2. Good Lord.
Season
1 was like 300.
Like, what season of our life are we actually
right
in here? Really? I mean,
right.
This isn't season 2. I can tell you that.
So we appreciate you listening to all of our whatever season it is. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no kidding. My goodness. Funny thing, saw that Omaha Rock made the news again. Remember the Omaha Rock? Everyone remembers the Omaha Rock. That was, God, how did that whole story when it first started? It
was just 2 years ago, and just some idiot centered on a rock on Maple Street, and somebody posted it, and it went nuts. Got national news attention. This was obviously pre-COVID,
right?
Because there was people talked about stuff other than infectious diseases before.
But this was posted. Somebody just posted 4 days ago, and I want to know if this actually happened because it's on Reddit. So you got to help me out here. But speaking to the Omahans or people driving around Omaha, it looks like it says OPD back at it again, and there's a picture of a police car, and he's high centered on a rock. And I'm trying to figure out where he's at. It looks like there's a golden palace in the background.
I don't know that area.
That is.
I know we went over in the when it was crazy and we did gawk like everybody else.
I don't know
if
this is the rock.
It's just a rock.
He definitely is high centered on a rock, and that's what got this all going again. And people started talking about it. And then you have new pictures that have been posted like in the last month. Somebody wrote like 2 weeks ago, once again, our sacrifices to the rock have averted major damage from storms. Heavy rain, winds, and tornadoes steered clear of the rock and all its denizens, splitting both north and south of its domain.
Didn't they actually move the rock, the original rock?
The original. Here's another 108th and Q at Raising Cane's. This was posted just in the last month. Somebody's high-centered on a rock.
What?
108th and Q.
Yeah, it's literally right up the street.
At Raising Cane's.
Huh.
Yeah, somebody's high-centered. All 4 wheels are up off the...
I don't want to... Apparently, it's easier to do than you would think. So I don't want to make fun of people too much. But... Because I've seen people at gas stations high-centered on the post. Like, they hit the post and up on it.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't get it.
I don't either. But I do recall, speaking of the post, like, here's a picture of just that thing. This pole thinks it's a rock, and somebody's high-centered on this post. And it's probably a 2-foot-tall post, and one of the wheels is on top of it. Like, they drove right up it. But do you remember back in the day, our old parking lot? Mm-hmm. I happen to remember somebody getting high-centered on. Do you remember there was that
Oh, it was like a little cement pavilion, little wall dealie. Yes, I do remember that. I don't remember who it was, but I do. Who was it?
You lived with her. But anyway.
Oh. Wow, shocker. That's funny. Talk about blocking that one out. I totally forgot about that. Oh, my gosh. That was one that was... moved to the trash can. I just didn't empty my trash on my Mac. It's still sitting there.
You can recover it.
Oh, we gotta recover.
Recover that
oh
memory.
My gosh, what a disaster.
That's funny.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
So, anywho, it can happen to anybody.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah. Not the best example, but yes, it can happen to anybody.
Anyway, okay, moving on down the line of things that are going on. Omaha also making headlines in the last week. Worst drivers in the nation in Omaha, Nebraska, according to a new study.
I can agree. I could agree with that on certain days when we freak out when we get a little rain or there's like a little misty whatever. People flip out people just flip out.
They do. They do.
Overcorrect. I get being safe.
Yes.
I get being safe. Whatever.
Okay, so Sunday morning it was 10 below.
Right.
Frigid. Mom and Dad want to go to Cracker Barrel.
Well, it's not cold in Cracker Barrel. You get from the car to the Cracker Barrel.
There were 3 cars there.
That's the best day to go to Cracker Barrel.
Seriously, it was.
Yes.
But it's like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Yeah. Obviously, everybody else stayed home for a reason, but not.
Yeah, I know.
They wanted to go.
Yeah.
That was it. So we went to Cracker Barrel. But it was great because it was like there was only one screaming baby.
Right.
And I couldn't believe they had their baby there.
Yeah, well,
maybe they were travelers.
They're
Who
like,
knows?
whatever.
Maybe they were travelers.
They're like,
Who
well,
knows?
they're like also whatever. They want a Cracker Barrel, and you start your car from inside. You let it warm up for
That's
10
true.
minutes.
Except for me.
And
I can't. But that's
You
okay.
can't or you
No,
don't?
I can't.
Oh.
Mine doesn't have that now.
Oh, dang it.
I had to downgrade, remember?
Yeah, when we had no jizzob.
Yeah, the lease was up. It was time to rethink things. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, back to this stupid study. They're saying that it was done just this last year by an insurance platform, basically, is what they did. So they looked at America's 70 largest cities. So we're in the top 70 as far as that goes. I didn't think we were. I thought we were 72.
Okay.
As far as large cities, so we must have grown. But they said that they look at 4 factors. So they're looking at accidents, speeding tickets, DUIs, and citations, like failing to stop for a red. And the thing that pushed us over the top, DUIs.
Jeez.
The largest negative factor was DUIs, had the most DUIs of any of the 70 cities.
Oh my gosh. Come on, Omaha.
And those are the ones they caught.
Wow.
Think about that. But they said that they have been occurring more frequently during daylight hours. I blame COVID on that because people are at home. And then they decide they have to go to the store to get some.
Yeah.
And they said that also the blood alcohol content is much higher than it has been in recent years. It's been going up.
Again, all because of COVID, I think.
I think so, too.
Honestly.
So citations, we were number 7 on the list. So Omaha drivers more likely to get a ticket for any reason.
Okay.
And also number 12 on the list when it came to number of accidents, 14 for speeding. I'm surprised the speeding isn't higher. But then again, I'm not, because so many days I'm the one that's trying to push somebody out of my way.
Yeah. There's a lot. I feel like there's more slowness here than speeding.
You're probably right. And if it wasn't for all the grandmas that that are driving slow, there would be more speeding tickets.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that are saving us from ourselves.
But we're so angry. We're so angry when they're saving us from ourselves.
Yes.
So angry.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Funny, I was talking to a friend of mine. He's an insurance dude. And saying that what's coming, some things that are coming down the road. And you've seen Progressive has the thing you can plug into your car so you get better rates and all this other stuff.
Yeah, no thanks.
And we've got the, right? But that apparently is going to be something that's going to be built into the car. And then your insurance company, you won't really have a choice about this. And it'll, right now, Google follows you everywhere, but they're going to be able to tell. And one of the big factors for them on whether or not you're an aggressive driver is how hard you brake. So lighten up on the brake. And
start slowing down sooner.
Right? Just a little bit instead of rolling in and hitting it hot, right?
Yeah.
That's what will trigger the rates. He said, this is coming.
Not surprising though.
And I'm like,
and that we are, like you said, Google has been doing it. Life 360. You can watch your kids real time, anybody in real time, and see how fast they're going at any specific time, and then screenshot it and call them out when they get home. I mean, it's there already.
It's crazy. And then we've talked about the stupid reward cards that you have at the grocery store. Those two, he said, I jokingly said, next you're going to see what I've been buying at Hy-Vee, and he says, that's coming too. He says, we'll be able to get a hold of that information.
Sure.
And I'm like, that's not what I signed up for. He says, are you sure?
No, you don't know.
No, I don't know what I signed.
You don't know.
That's not fair.
You don't know.
Because you don't read the small print.
No, because you want to save. You want to get 20 cents off a gallon of gas at Hy-Vee. So you're like, I'm not going to. First of all, you're not going to read ever. Who's ever. Yeah. You're a nerd. If you sit down and you get that and you read the fine print, you read the terms and conditions. Ever. Have you ever read the terms and conditions on anything?
I just figure.
F it.
What choice do I have?
Yeah, no, there's no choice.
There's no choice.
No choice.
You're going to have to do it. So just do it. That's all there is to it. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting. And then I saw another story. You want to hear my conspiracy of the weekend?
Sure.
Was it called Life Blog? What was it was pre-Facebook. Life.
I don't know. All I know is MySpace. That's all I know. Life Blog?
Life Blog or Life Blog. Something like that. But that was the precursor to Facebook. There are connections that somehow they can prove, which some people suspect at this point anyway, that Facebook is somehow part of a government program, and that it was first formulated as LifeLog, and getting people to write down and to put all this stuff in there.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
Because you shared your diary, basically.
Okay.
Is what you were doing at the time. Those blogs, it was like writing it, and people could go read them if they wanted to. I remember that just vaguely, like in the late 90s, early 2000s.
I don't remember that at all. But
I never did it because I don't even have a diary. I write nothing down.
No.
I mean,
no, neither.
if you want anybody to not know about something,
tell you.
Yeah, that's it. Don't write it down.
I mean, well, who would be surprised if they came out in 10 years and say everything has been a government thing? I'd be like, okay.
Right.
I mean, it wouldn't even piss me off. Like,
because it's almost, it makes you wonder why the internet continues if they keep, like shutting down certain information, or if they keep focusing people over here. They control the algorithms and what your searches reveal. How do we know that that's what it's revealing, or that's what it's telling us that it wants us to know?
Wait, well, that's what it is. It tells us what they frame it as. They're telling us what our search history shows that we want. So they give us more of that. Mm-hmm. That's how they frame it. But it's just they show us what they want us to see.
Exactly right. So let's see. I think we're going to wrap things up with a funny. Because I don't even know when this happened, but.
Well, it must have been. I'm trying to think. Because this is from WOWT, Channel 6 here locally, when John Knicely, who's still the anchor in the evening, and Mallory Maddox was working with him. So it must have been at least 10 years ago, 8 years ago.
It was just posted again on Reddit like 8 days ago. Somebody posted it. It's got a ton of comments that are on here too. I'm going to see if maybe somebody has something on here. It said this was news now, reading some other people. Yeah, it doesn't say exactly when this happened on here, but it's really fun because I like that. I like the people that comment, nicely done.
Yeah. And that was one of the segments. I don't know if they still do a nicely done segment now, but they used to do a nicely done.
You'll understand once you hear this. They're doing a quick little fluff piece.
And it's like
it's a hashtag,
and it's like you see news people doing it now, where they have like a screenshot of a tweet, and it's got a hashtag, and then they just read through a whole bunch of tweets on this hashtag, and the hashtag was in the 90s thought. In the 90s thought.
In the 90s I thought.
Got it. Yeah. In the 90s I thought.
Here they're going to read through a couple. So listen up.
In the 90s, I thought, lots of fun tweets. So we'll start with D, who says, in the 90s, I thought that computers were much easier to use. Remember the green flashing, in the dial-up?
Oh, yeah, sure do. And thought nothing will ever be as cool as crystal meth.
Pepsi. I like it. Mallory just goes right in, taps the next tweet, Pepsi. Nicely done. That's funny.
We may have to post that.
Okay. Yes, we'll definitely
we got
post that. That is posted in the show notes.
Morning, John.
Yeah, nicely done, John. And that'll be the title of today's episode.
Yes.
Nicely done. Thank you guys for listening to episode 19 of the Pat and JT Show.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.